Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to see what is the advantages of at the rate of transactional and a Springboot Hibernate JPA project, right? Every time when we have any API calls, okay, and you wanted to achieve multiple details in a single transaction. So what happens, right? Let's say if I'm going to pass a detail to update the student information. So one of the transaction was successful on the database, but the second transaction was failed, which means the whole transaction is failed, right? So that should not be allowed, right? But it has to be either successful both the details, or it has to be rollback for both the details. Let's take an example in a real-time scenario where you want to book a ticket, right? You have to book the seat as well as you have to make the payment successful, right? For any journey. If you have booked the ticket but the payment was not successful, which means we have to give that rollback operation. Okay. We'll see how to do that in a Spring Boot project. Okay, basically what you need: starter web, uh, data JPA, and MySQL details. So in this project, I have a basic controller which will be having a post mapping of processing the details. So if you see in this service class, I have at the rate of transactional. We'll see both the scenarios, positive and negative. So in the first transaction, before I explain it to you, I will show you the database case. I have one table called student. I have another table called payment. So payment detail does not have any records. Student details has only ID and name. So what I'm doing after finding with that ID, I'm just trying to update the name. Okay. In second transaction, after finding with that ID, I need to put the amount details. So in this case, so the first record exists in this table. The second details, which is null. So we know we have created a scenario which will throw an error. Okay, which means both the transaction should not be saved on a database. Okay, so let's try an approach without at the rate of transactional. Uh, let's see what happens. Okay, I'm trying to restart the application. With the help of Postman, we will be calling that API. So from Postman, we're going to send a request. I'm just passing the ID, and rest all the details I'm setting it in the application itself just for testing purpose. When I try to hit this, I'm getting this error. Why? Because you can see the first calling student has, you know, like it has fetched the details, okay, but while calling the second one, it was not able to find the record, so it has thrown this error, okay, without at the rate of transactional. So let's go and check in the database. Earlier we had developer name, payment details null. When I try to check this, so payment detail is null, but as you can see, the first transaction was successfully updated here. Okay, so this shouldn't be happen, right? Why? Because the second transaction was failed. So that's where the transactional is playing the crucial role. Okay, if one of the let's take an example, you have n number of tables, and if any one of the record is not able to handle it, you need to cancel the whole transaction as a rollback. So only if all the method level of that transaction is successful, then it is going to perform a single commit. Otherwise, the commit will be rollback. Okay. So let me revert back that changes here. Okay. Now let me try to refresh again here. So we have developer name and payment is null. So this time I'm going to stop the application. Let's make the transactional is enabled. So let's try a fresh approach. In this scenario, it has to be rollback for both the entities. Okay, so the application is started now. Let me try to send the request. See, now I have got this same error. Okay, so in the error itself, it has said the first select was there, second select was failed. Okay, this is purposely I have designed just to explain you where the transactional is doing the work. Okay, if I try to refresh the page on the database side, you see developer name is developer name, which means this case was not committed to the database because the second transaction was failed. Imagine a scenario, you have n number of transactions. If any one of the transaction is failed, the whole transaction should be rolled back. That is where this at the rate of transactional is playing a crucial role. By doing this, you can have a a proper transaction for all the related business details. I hope this session is clear for you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.